Port Colborne is a community steeped in marine heritage. Port is a vibrant and diverse city with dining, art, history, and events. To explain more of what's happening in Niagara's South Coast is Michelle Idzenga, Communications Officer for the City of Port Colborne. Michelle, welcome to the studio. How are you today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing fabulous.
We have some events going on in the City of Port Colborne around the library and a grant that the city received. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we received the Resilient Community Fund from the Ontario Trillium Fund, and basically it's a grant that we received from the Ontario Trillium Fund. That's just over $120,000, and the whole purpose was to increase our resilience and capacity after COVID, and to put some renovations in place that included accessible spaces when you walked in and workstations to really help the library thrive post-COVID.
I'm a resident. I walk into the library. What do I see? What are the changes?
So you walk in and now you're welcomed. Our service desk actually moved. So you used to walk in and you would be greeted by our service desk. You actually walk in now and you're greeted by a greeter at a pod just to the left of you who welcomes you, kind of helps direct you to where you need to go in the library. But there's also this beautiful welcome space when you walk in, a seated area that if you want to read the newspaper or have a cup of coffee, just relax while you're in there and enjoying library materials. The renovations have really brightened up this space. When you turn to the right, there's just rows of windows and this new bank of workstations. And so if you're wanting to come and set up your laptop, do some homework, maybe work on a novel you've been writing, do some research on something, you can set yourself up on these high top workstations and you get the view of the outside of the library, you can watch the ships you could see probably just beyond the bridge there, and just enjoy that space. And that's just at the front of the library. As you start to go through, there's some additional workspaces, some high tops and some that are accessible. That was a big focus for this grant as well, was to make sure that we had this accessible space and that increased capacity. So, we may have had 4 workstations before and now we're at 14. So we're just increasing the number of residents that can use our facility.
What can people do at the library? Give me a little bit about the programs and services.
Yeah, so obviously books is number one. When somebody thinks the library, you can obviously browse for a number of books. What some people may not know about the library is you can get DVDs, you can get board games. There's this new library of things that their program they're doing, and so there's a lot of different things you can check out. You can check out Mega Blocks and video games if that's what some of your kids are into, or even as an adult, you can check out. So there's a lot of there's craft kits. We have take-and-make kits that you can sign out or just take home to create a craft. Just so many options, and they're very hopeful that in-person programming will resume soon because that's something that was always enjoyed.
What are some of the comments you're hearing from residents?
Everyone loves it. It's just so bright, so warm and welcoming and accessible. Like I said, the service desk has been moved back and it just allows more opportunity for growth at the library as well. And it just really helps enhance a lot of other renovations that were done at the library. There's a new accessible washroom that's on the main floor. All of our bookshelves are accessible and at a reachable height. And there's just other opportunities. There is like this sound booth that was part of the renovation. So you can go in and close everything around you, and if you want to listen to a podcast or maybe record your own podcast, you have that ability to do that, and all these different meeting spaces. So I think of kids that are in high school or university and those group projects that you need to do. You can all meet up at the library, and those opportunities are now available for you.
So Michelle, you mentioned books right off the top, but it's so much more than books, eh?
It is definitely more than books. It is a whole experience for anything that you're looking to do activity-wise. There's DVDs and board games. There's even printing services. If you need to print your resume, you're looking to print a project, maybe your ink ran out in your computer at home and you need to run to the library, they're there for almost everything that you might need, and all of those workstations. It's just great. I just envision all of these kids, they're doing group projects, whether it's high school or university or college, they can all meet up there. It's that common space, a safe space that everybody can go to accomplish projects, to try out some new things. Learn, obviously, is the main goal. Their mission is to empower, enrich, and educate. And this grant has definitely provided them with the tools that they need to execute their mission.
Now, staying with city facilities, moving to City Hall, we are stepping away from Zoom. It's done. Tell me about it.
Not done completely, But council is resuming in-person meetings, so council staff and the public are welcome back to council chambers on April 26th. So we still have one more council meeting that'll be on Zoom on April 12th, and then April 26th we'll be back in council chambers. But of course, if you're not wanting to go or you can't make it in person, we're still obviously live streaming our council, so you can watch that on our YouTube channel, rewatch it later if you need to, and of course your TV airs it every Thursday at 9 a.m. following our council meetings.
And finally, Mayor Steele got a shipment. And guess who it was from? It was apparently from the Easter Bunny. Now, why would Mayor Steele get a shipment like this?
Because the Easter Bunny's coming. He is hopping his way back into Port Colborne on April 16th, and we are very excited.
What's in it for families? Tell me about it.
Of course, an Easter egg hunt. So that's starting at 11 a.m. We have our Easter egg hunt. You can come to the Health and Wellness Center, register. There's a variety of age groups, so make sure you check in at the desk and register. The kids, it's going to be outside, weather permitting. So if we need to go indoors, we can obviously use our walking track, which is another great at the Health and Wellness Center opportunity for that. The whole day actually kicks off at 10 a.m. So even before, you can come at 10 before the egg hunt, and we can do face painting is happening. We're doing crafts. There is, after the hunt, we're having free swims and free skates. So there's so many opportunities. So if you can't make it a specific time, there are events happening from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Well, I might show up. Are adults allowed?
Of course, adults are allowed.
All
Every child of any age is allowed to come and enjoy, and we're just really excited to reconnect with everybody at our facilities and our events and to just have a great time.